Every day I'm going to earn at least $200 while doing DoorDash. I'm also going to be in the gym 6 days a week and watching my food intake. I'm also now going to be completely sober from weed, alcohol, any kinds of drugs, or anything that goes inside of my body that is not good for me. And lastly, I'm going to release a track 1 to every 2 months. Those are the 4 goals I got set for me for the next 365 days. This is day number 3. So I'm going to be completely honest. I had left my shaker bottle and this big gallon water thing inside of a Platinum Fitness a few days ago, right? And I just didn't think about it because there's a couple of them that I go to right here in the area that I'm at. But it turns out that they must not go and check on their lockers. So my shaker bottle and my big gallon of water thingy were still inside of the locker in the top shelf and nobody took it. So yay, I thought I was gonna have to spend money to buy another one. I don't like having to replace things. I like having my stuff. So now I got my 2 things of water that I always carry around with me. I don't drink or consume it all at once. I try to get at least a gallon a day. And even that's kind of difficult. Look at this. I like how it's kind of like tracking me. It's kind of cool little feature that I have now on my camera. Anyways, squirrel moment. So as far as the gym goes and what I'm doing, I'm going 6 days a week. I'm doing a push, legs, pull rotation. So it'll be basically like chest, triceps, and then the next day will be all legs, and then the third day will be back and biceps. It'll go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then it'll be a rest day. Today I just did my pull, which is back and biceps, and then tomorrow will finally be a rest day. I was doing the cycle before I started this journey. I'm getting back on it now. I'm gonna be completely honest. Being out on the road and just the convenience factor of eating like shit, it's well, it's convenient. So I definitely did gain back some of the weight that I had worked so hard to cut off before I started here. So yeah, no, I gotta flip that around. I gotta stop that. So now I'm gonna be a good noodle. Gonna go back to watching what I eat, and I'm gonna have to be very, very strict on it. It's gonna be harder, tad bit more expensive, simply because of the fact that I could take the time to, you know, stop and cook a meal, I guess, and maybe save about $10 or so. But in the time that it'll take for me to pull out any of my cooking utensils, the little grill stove, or, you know, little just camping stove, whatever, the time versus the cost of me just going to buy something that's already pre-made just kind of weighs out, and I'd rather just actually make the money instead. And to be honest with you, that's actually just a lot of Chipotle. Just Chipotle bowls with mostly chicken, like sometimes about 3 or 4 servings of chicken. So they'll typically be anywhere between $15 to $20 bowls. Kind of just depends on if they're paying attention or not, and, you know, to how much I actually have inside of my bowl. Because sometimes they be running me deals, and I will get like 4 servings of chicken for like $10. And I'll just be really, really silent about it too, and not say a fucking word. But yeah, there's that, and then there is just my daily dose of protein and creatine, which aren't anything special. These are actually just ones that I got off Amazon. But after the workout, it is 5 grams of the creatine. Sometimes it's 10, just kind of depends on how big of a scoop. I just aim for 1 giant scoop essentially. And then 1 big old scoop of the protein, which has 23 grams of protein per scoop. So you have this. You can go onto Chipotle's website. It'll have all the nutrition facts if you build a bowl and exactly everything that you would have in it. And I learned that 4 servings of chicken is, I believe, 128 grams of protein. So you do the math, you have the 23 grams of protein from the scoop, and then you have the 128 grams from the chicken from Chipotle. That is nearly under 50 grams of protein, which for the normal person is, yeah, if you're cutting weight too, it's a pretty good amount to hit, which is exactly what I'm doing. Is the way that I'm doing this the best way? No, absolutely not. But I'm making do with what I'm able to do. Since, again, I live out on the road. I basically live out of my car. I'm pretty limited on what is available to me. So the conventional ways of losing weight or building muscle, I'm going to have to do just a little bit differently. I'm always open to taking advice from people, but yeah, this is just kind of where I'm left at right now. Oh, and as far as DoorDash earnings go, since this is day number 3, what happened with day number 2 is, boom, right there. So yes, I hit the $200 mark. I actually went above the $200 mark. I'm gonna be honest, some days are gonna definitely be slower than others. And I'm always gonna try to hit the $200 mark. But in case that I don't, I'll at least feel better a little bit mentally that if I made, let's say, $220 yesterday, but I only make $180 today, well, then that's still averaged out. The goal is 100% still $200 every time that little marker tracker thingy comes up at the end of my DoorDash. I'm just saying, it's not always easy. Some areas suck. And where I'm at is not in a bad area. There is just like one little portion of this Westerville side of town that just is absolute garbage, and I hate getting orders from over there. I'm also starting just a little bit later than I should have today. That's just because I guess I'm tired, maybe? Planet Fitness also didn't open up till 7 o'clock. So I overslept by about 30 minutes, got here about 7:45, worked out, yada, 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 so forth. Either way, I'm starting off late today. But, okay. I have my protein ready. I'm ready to get the day started. It's going to be straight grinding all the way through again to hit $200 on day number 3. So, I don't know. I'll talk to you later on tonight. Hi. So this night was actually a lot better. So much more better. Here are the numbers for tonight. If I could have days like this every single day, dude. Like, life would be pretty well set and made right there at that point. One could only wish and dream, though. But for now, I'm going to take it as a W. I'm happy with the way the night turned out. Yeah. Again, I appreciate y'all for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next one. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see ya. Peace.